Listen, there's a reason why it's hard to believe anything anybody says anymore. It's because it's all about the money. And when it's all about the money, you become compromised because you become willing to do anything to get it. When it's all about the money, there is no standard. There is no guiding principle except for the bottom line. And when that's the case, you become willing to do anything to get it. You're willing to compromise yourself. You're willing to lie. You're willing to cheat. You're willing to go against certain things that you believe because that's going to get you the money. Nobody does anything on the strength anymore. Nobody does anything from the heart. We are transactional. We become transactional with one another. And so outside of the money, we have no community. Outside of the money, our relationships are meaningless. Nobody wants to dig deep. Nobody wants to provide any ground. Nobody wants to trust anybody because we all out for self. When it is all about the money, you are not connected to anything. You're not living in your purpose. See, when you're living in your purpose, that creates a standard. Your purpose is your guiding light. That creates the standard because if you're living towards your purpose, it's a certain way that you got to live. So it's a certain way that you have to conduct yourself. So it's certain things that you can and can't do. And so you create a standard for your life. That's why purpose is so important. That creates its own discipline. Because in order for you to get to your purpose, you have to live a certain way. You have to walk a certain way. That creates structure and discipline in your life. That creates a standard of what you are willing and not willing to do. And so when situations present themselves that have money involved, but they go against your standard, which means that they go against your purpose for your life, you don't accept that opportunity because you are unwilling to compromise who you are. You are unwilling to compromise your purpose. But when it's all about the money, you overlook the standard. And that's what everybody's doing right now. Everybody's overlooking the standard. Everybody is overlooking their values, their principles, their guiding light. Everybody is overlooking their purpose because they're trying to get to the money. But the money is not going to satisfy you. The money is not going to fulfill you. You know how many ultra-rich people are depressed, are paranoid, are scared? Money does not fulfill you. And so as long as that's what you're chasing, you're putting yourself in a position of compromise. You're putting yourself in a position of unfulfillment. Whatever you're doing in life, I'm not telling you to go and not go and make money. But what I'm saying is that cannot be your guiding light. The way that you make money is by understanding your purpose and developing yourself into something so valuable that you can trade your money for your time. And then the more money you make from that, you take it and you buy things of value. You buy assets. You build wealth. The more valuable you make yourself as an asset, the more money you can require for your time. But as long as you're trading your time for money, you can't build wealth. And so you have to take those resources and you have to buy things of value. You have to invest. Stagnant money is dead money. Money that's just sitting there not doing anything is dead. If it's not earning a rate of return, if it is not invested in anything that's appreciating in value, if it's used to consume or buy liabilities, it's dead money. And so the only way for you to build wealth is to take the excess of what you make and buy things of value: stocks, bonds, real estate, businesses, artwork, land. I'm not telling you how to invest your money. But I'm telling you that you need to invest your money. You need to own and control things of value. There is no perfect investment. So you have to understand the risks of what you are doing and manage it according to your purpose. Manage your assets according to your purpose. Some people have more real estate than they have stocks. Some people have more stocks than they have real estate. Some people have more businesses than they have any of the two. You have to manage your risk according to your purpose. That's why understanding what God called you to do is so important. I've invested in all kinds of things. My money is well diversified. But anytime I've invested in something that did not align with my purpose, was outside of the bounds of my calling, it was unsuccessful. It was unsuccessful. And so I manage my risk according to my purpose. I invest in things that are aligned with who I am, what I'm about, and what I believe in. Because when you invest according to your purpose, when you act according to your purpose, you can give your full depth and energy to a thing. I don't care if somebody paying you $1 million a year. If you have to do a job or a task that is not aligned with who you are, you're not going to be all in. You might start off because the money is good, but you are not going to be able to give everything to that task no matter how much money they are paying you, because it is not connected to who you are. And so you're not going to give the ultimate effort. You're not going to make the ultimate sacrifice. And eventually, the money is going to be gone. It's going to be obvious. But when you are living in your purpose, when you are connected to who you are, you can give your energy and your time and your effort to a thing in a way that you can't do anything else. You prioritize that thing. You consume that thing. You become that thing because it is aligned with what God already called you to do. That's why your purpose is so important. And right now we are transactional. Right now everybody's just trying to get to the money. But the money is not going to satisfy you. And it's not going to stay long if it's not connected to your purpose, because you're going to lose it. You're going to waste it. We all like nice things. We all like the opportunity, right, to enjoy life and feel luxury. That's all good. I'm not telling you not to go and make some money. What I'm telling you is the money that you make needs to be connected to who you are. The money that you make needs to be directly connected to who you are as a person. That's the only way it's going to feel right. That's the only way it's going to be maximized. That's the only way you are going to get the most out of whatever it is that you're doing, is if the money that you make is connected to the person that you are. Otherwise, you've compromised yourself.